over to the grandstand.
In the grandstand, Erik Van Dillon serving for the second set. He won the first set. He is unseeded against the number 6 seed, Guillermo Vilas, and there is the score, 6-2 and 5-3, 40-30.
Tim, as we've been watching this match, we've been remarking how far Vilas is standing back behind the baseline to return serve, and Erik Van Dillon hasn't got a big serve, and I don't understand why Vilas hasn't moved in closer to make more effective returns.
Vilas pulls back to deuce with a backhand volley. Van Dillon defeated Colin Dowdeswell and Joel Bailey to get here to the third round. Vilas eliminated Oni Perrin and Ramiro Benavides of Bolivia. Van Dillon, known mainly as a doubles player, has not been terribly successful in singles during his professional career, bothered by a back problem. He's 28, from San Mateo, California. He's been an outstanding doubles player over the years.
Super cross-court forehand passing shot from Vilas there. He held the ball and waited till Van Dillon moved to the center of the court, giving him a little bit of room for the cross-court. Hasn't been playing well in this match, Vilas. For some reason, he's very, very tentative. Most of his shots, when they get into baseline rallies, are up and down the middle of the court, landing short. He's been practicing like crazy all the time, and I feel he's leaving a lot of his form on the practice court.
That was good, and Vilas has pulled to 4-5 here in the second set. Van Dillon won the first 6-2. And we'll be back with more tennis action from Flushing Meadow after this word.
Second set.
Honey, is this homeowner's insurance high?
I don't know. Think it's too much?
How would I know?
Compare with Allstate.
Compare?
Bring in your policy and compare rates. If you have a good deal, we'll tell you. But for many, chances are we've got a better deal.
We've got a better deal.
Allstate might save you some money, but you'll never know until you bring in your policy and compare.
Oh, that's a good deal.
When you want to save on homeowners insurance, Allstate wants to help.
That's a promise from us, the good hands people.
America in the 20s, the age of wonderful nonsense. Flappers flipped over kitty straps. Oh, you kid. The 40s, boogie-woogie in the USO. Hep cats jived and Kinney was in the groove. Today, America moves to a new beat. Kinney moves to it too. Kinney kept in step. Kinney stays in step with America. Step out and explore at the great American, great American, great American shoe store.
Today you bring in home your new baby and your wife, and gather round the people who mean so much in your life. Oh, come on and taste the Pepsi way. Come on and have a Pepsi day. Have a Pepsi day.
On the grandstand court, Guillermo Vilas of Argentina, the number 6 seed, is serving at 4-5. Erik Van Dillon, currently ranked 114 on the computer. Vilas ranked number 4.
Like we could be heading for another tiebreak here, and there's been a few tiebreaks around, with Stan Smith just losing a close one in the second set to Vitas Gerulaitis on the stadium court. He's down 2 sets to love.
9-7. Gerulaitis coming from behind to win that tiebreaker. He's down 6-3, as I recall.
That's right. Stan looked like he was going to run the set out. Well, Vilas, anyway, trying to fight his way out of trouble. He's standing a long way over from the center to serve that. This is trying to get Van Dillon out of court. When he gets him out of court, he doesn't do anything.
He gets a backhand error. There is what he gets.
You see that return from Van Dillon, Tim? It was a slow return, and Vilas should have been taking it on the baseline. Instead, he took about 3 or 4 steps back and hit it 6 foot behind the baseline. Lost all his advantage of getting Van Dillon off court with a good serve.
30-love Vilas. Vilas nearly into the seats trying to save that off the overhead from Van Dillon, and John Newcomb of Van Dillon has played awfully well at the net, and that's been a factor in the score so far.
Erik has very good volleys up the net, especially angled volleys, and that last rally was sort of the pattern of the match so far. Vilas hanging behind the baseline, not taking the ball on the rise. First one to play the short ball, and Van Dillon taking the short ball and moving to real good net position. Guillermo very loath to attack, to come into the net unless he feels very, very sure. Erik wanted to come in himself then. Boy, that's some smash at 15-30 down. Sorry, it was 30-15. Yeah, not as much pressure there, though.
40-15.
It got him to 40-15. He let it all hang out on that one. Erik Van Dillon won a satellite tournament just a few weeks ago here in New York State.
40-30.
40-30. He's been playing singles a little more strongly during the past year, but still a long way down, as we mentioned in the computer rankings. This would be an enormous win for him over Vilas. A long way to go.
He had some very, very bad back problems last year. Vilas is playing from way back behind the baseline, and he's just getting no initiative in the rallies. Seems to be content to hit the ball up and down the middle of the court and hope the other guy's going to miss.
Vilas, as we mentioned, defeated Oni Perrin, Ramiro Benavides, and Van Dillon got by Colin Dodswell and Joel Bailey. Third round men's singles action, best of 5 sets.
Advantage Vilas.
Whipping the forehand down the line, advantage Vilas. Trying to pull even at 5 here in the second set.
Look how far back he hit that one from.
Game Vilas. The game.
He gets even at 5-all. Van Dillon making one of his rare volleying errors today.
Well, it wasn't that easy a volley, although he was, you know, in at the net, Tim. The Vilas had topspun the ball back at him, and it was dropping and below net height and still dropping with the topspin on it. So it was a tough one for Van Dillon to decide what he should do with it.
In his last tournament, Van Dillon lost in the 3rd round to Paul Cronk up at the Canadian Open in Toronto.
Well, that's a super topspin lob from way out of court. from behind the baseline too. That's a tough shot to hit and get it over anyone's head.
Love 15, Van Dillon.
Another beautiful lob with the use of topspin, and not many players can play that shot as well as Vilas can off the backhand side. A topspin lob. Stasi can do it, and a couple of other guys, but not too many on the circuit. I know it's tough because it's a shot I can't hit.
Vilas was down 5-2 in the second set.
Look how far back now he is on the second serve. That's I just don't understand that.
Van Dillon misses again.
Love 40.
His attacking style led him to victory in the first set and a 5-2 lead here in the second. Now starting to fail him. Vilas pumped up some now. Goes ahead 6-5 here in the second set. And we'll be back with more U.S. Open tennis action in just a moment.
Second set.
Of all the ranges and microwave ovens, does any one name really stand out? At Whirlpool, we make many kinds of ranges with continuous or self-cleaning ovens. But we go further and make one with counter space, too. Variable power and touch controls come on our microwave ovens. But we make one that can even compute start time. Why do ours stand out? At Whirlpool, we just wouldn't make them any other way.
At Whirlpool, quality is our way of life.
Here's to good friends.
The key's supposed to be under the steps.
I got it.
Hey, here's a note. Gentlemen, my country estate is at your disposal. There might even be a little something in the refrigerator. Regards, Hank.
Let it be low and brown.
Low and brown. Oh.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be low and brow.
Here's to Hank. Wherever he is.
Low and brown.
Here's what Roden Track's Letter from Europe columnist had to say about the new Audi 4000 after a run through Germany, Switzerland, Italy, and France. A brilliant piece of engineering. By far the best car announced in the past year. In fact, it's the best full-size European car under 2 liters. Test drive the new Audi 4000 at your Porsche Audi dealer and see if you don't agree.
Coverage from the grandstand court at the National Tennis Center. Guillermo Vilas serving now to force a tiebreaker here in the second set. Pardon me, he leads 6-5 in the second set. Van Dillon trying to break to get a tiebreaker. Stretch volley there from Van Dillon, but a passing shot from Vilas. Jim Ryan with John Newcomb covering the grandstand court. Pat Summerall and Tony Trabert are in the stadium, and of course we'll be going back there for Vitas Gerulaitis and Stan Smith. 15 love Vilas.
Well, that's the one shot that Van Dillon has really been hitting well this afternoon, is that forehand drive, and he's taken some in just in normal rallies, baseline to baseline, and taken the ball early and clubbed some winners that I thought were excellent shots.
Vilas battled back like this here on CBS a few weeks ago against Jimmy Connors in the final. Lost the first set, won the second one strongly, ultimately lost the match, however, in the best of 3.
Van Dillon trying to set up the rally here to get to the net if he can. Comes now. By the reaction of the players, I guess that was in.
It was close to the line, but it was good.
30-15.
30-15. Vilas looking a little bit more confident. It's hard to read him, as it's hard to read Borg, but he is a little more capable of showing his emotions, and right now he just looks more intense, a little more confident. Things going more his way. We do not know if he was successful in having the linesman removed. We have not seen that the referee has appeared to deal with his request.
Rushed a little bit then. He wanted to chip the second serve and get to the net behind it if he could, but it was a good second serve from Vilas. It came in a bit faster than normally he would hit it, and it had good bounce. Shot away as it hit the court.
Vilas can even the set score with a winning point.
You better believe he'll be relieved too, Tim, if he wins this set. He would not have liked to have been down 2-0, especially in these humid conditions.
And Dillon stays alive.
30.
That's out. And so Guillermo Vilas has won this second set, coming from 5-2 down. He wins at 7-5, and they're even at one set apiece. And now we're going to move over to action on court number 7, where we have a men's second round doubles match underway. Peter Fleming and John McEnroe against John Lloyd and Fred McNair. John Lloyd is serving from the top of your screen. The score in this match: in the first set, McEnroe Fleming, the top seeds, won at 6-2, and they lead 3-2 here in the second set. So Lloyd is serving at 2-3. Receiving is Fleming on the right of your screen in the foreground. McEnroe on the left side. Freddie McNair playing the net at the top of your screen. Double fault from John Lloyd.
30-15.
Tim, Lloyd has to be a little tired today. He had an unbelievable match yesterday. He won 7-6 in the fifth set. The match took 4 hours.
To watch part of that, he was down 2-0. It was quite a remarkable comeback to keep himself alive in the singles, and he next meets John McEnroe tomorrow.
I don't know whether that ball was in, was it?
McEnroe thinks it was.
30-all.
30-all is the score.
McEnroe and Fleming have really done well in doubles. They've been playing together about 14 months now. They've really combined well. In fact, they've combined so well in the last 14 months. They're now the #1 ranked doubles pair in the world.
They've won 7 titles this year, and they're seated #1, as we said a moment ago. Score here is 5-2, and so match point is the situation, and was. They're now to deuce. We have an updated score. We are not physically out there, obviously, so we just received that updated score. We're at deuce.
That shadow across the back of the court, Tim, has to make it hard to receive serve, and also when you're coming in to hit the first volley. See, that volley is not one that Lloyd would normally miss by that far, and I'm sure that he had trouble just seeing it coming out of the shadows into the light again. Slight mistiming.
Uh-oh. Fleming missing.
I watched them in Canada a couple of weeks ago playing doubles up there, and when they won the title, and one of the things that they did really well was when McEnroe returns, Fleming is all over the net trying to pick off the first volley.
He's a big man. Good cross court from Fleming.
I asked Peter Fleming after the match, about that tactic where he stands in and then closes in on the net. You can see how close he is to the center line, and he said that's something they do well at first.
McEnroe misses the backhand service return. It goes back to deuce. Let's see it again, John, just what you were talking about.
Well, McEnroe doesn't do it as much as Fleming does. He'll move in closer after the first serve. Now you see McEnroe moving close up to the net because he knows it's probably going to be a better return hit by Fleming. Very tight in on the net.
It's out.
Advantage, McEnroe.
All right, well, what Fleming is going to do here, that he said they weren't doing it first. He said before they started playing together, he used to stand back on the service line. And they decided he'd stand in closer, and when he did that, they started playing better together.
Peter Fleming from New Jersey. And that's it.
Peter Fleming.
Fleming and McEnroe, the #1 seeds in the men's doubles, have eliminated Lloyd and McNair 6-2 and 6-2 and move on to third round action in men's doubles. We'll be back with more tennis action from the U.S. Open at Flushing Meadow in just a moment.
Some people say America's falling behind in innovation. That sure isn't true of the tire business, where Goodyear is #1 worldwide. We got there by investing in the future. In the last 4 years, we've spent $1 billion on innovation and new equipment to put extra value into every Goodyear product you buy. Because when we're out front, you come out ahead. Innovation, it keeps Goodyear out front and pulling away.
Do you sit around on weekends thinking you're relaxing? Well, think about this. Recreation can be more relaxing and refreshing than sitting around. So come on, make the best of your recreation time with AMF. We make Voigt balls, head, tennis rackets, skis, and sportswear. AMF bowling equipment.
I've been thinking about doing that for a long time.
AMF. We make weekends.
Solar power. We've been using it to power spacecraft. Someday, solar energy will take its place with other fuels on Earth. With this first solar-heated school, Westinghouse scientists are working to bring that day closer. With solar homes, and for the future, large systems for collecting and concentrating solar energy. We must depend on coal and nuclear energy for the foreseeable future. But solar progress is underway now at Westinghouse, a powerful part of your life.
Pat Summerall with Tony Trapert in the stadium. Louis Armstrong Stadium, watching Stan Smith battle Vilas Gerulaitis. And battle it has been, Tony.
It really has, Pat, although this third set,
30-15.
Gerulaitis broke out to a 4-love lead. He had 2 service breaks, and then Stan Smith got one of those breaks back with some big forehands, and he's serving at 30-15, trailing 1-4 in the third. He's down 2 sets to love. Fine shot.
The 2 sets
40,
he lost
15.
were thrillers, though both of them in a tiebreaker. Tiebreaker scores in the first one was 7-4, and the second it was 9-7. Smith had a chance to win that second set, a good chance.
Game, Smith.
So now Gerulaitis' lead is cut to 4-2.
Gerulaitis leads 4
Pat,
games to
see
2.
The shadow that you mentioned as the sun lowers, the big scoreboard up above the stadium casts that shadow in this one end as you see it. And that can be a little bit difficult for the person playing at that end. Gerulaitis to serve at 4-2 in the third.
Love.
It's been a good match. The crowd has appreciated it. 2 guys just playing good tennis.
And no arguments.
Good shot. Booming return by Smith. The second one he rolled with extra topspin to get a better angle. Pat, while we were away covering some of the other courts, it appeared to me that Stan was getting a little bit tired. He didn't cover the net as well when he was serving coming in, but looks as though he's gotten a little bit of a second wind here.
Does. Gonna need it.
30-15.
Another good serve by Gerolaitis.
40-15.
His percentage of first serves has been quite good, and that has really, I think, been the difference. Gerolaitis holds serve, and he now leads 5-2 in the third set.
America, if you want full-size room, ride, and comfort with impressive fuel economy and cruising range,
This is it!
the 1979 Caprice and Impala offer a 33% increase in fuel economy over the 1975.
This is it!
An estimated 336 miles of city driving on a tank of gas, 441 miles on the highway.
This is it.
And now you could save hundreds of dollars on a new Caprice and Impala because Chevy's Best is on sale. See your Chevy dealer now.
If you suffer with athlete's foot, you should know what these students helped us confirm here at the University of New Mexico in a major clinical study. Proof that nothing is more effective than Desinex for treatment of athlete's foot. We used students with sore, itching athlete's foot to test Desinex against the two other leading brands. Results? Scientific evidence that short of a prescription, nothing is better than the medicines in Desinex. Nothing. So if you've got athlete's foot, don't blame Desinex.
This is the world's most revolutionary telephone switching invention. We call it Super Switcher. It handles 4 times more calls and may save us $1 billion a year. Just imagine that each of these cars is a long-distance call. Super Switcher could handle 5 days' traffic on a busy LA freeway. That ought to prevent traffic jams on your long-distance calls.
The Bell System, keeping your communication system the best in the world.
The NFL on CBS starts tomorrow. Regional games include the Giants at Philadelphia, San Francisco 49ers against Minnesota, Atlanta at New Orleans, and Dallas at St. Louis, Green Bay against Chicago. The series has been going on for a long, long time. A tennis match that's been going on for a long time, too, is the one we're watching between Stan Smith and Vilas Gerolaitis.
And there's no tomorrow for Stan Smith. He's got to hold serve and get a break, or he's in the locker room a loser.
Love.
First serve is a let.
Love.
Fourth double fault.
Ace.
I'm sorry, ace. I forgot about the let. Here's the fourth ace.
That ball fell in about 2 feet.
40-15.
Stanley's saying to himself, how on earth could I let that thing go? Good crisp volley by Stan Smith. So Vilas
Gerolaitis leads 5 games to 3.
Is serving for the match.
New balls.
At 5-3, and he gets new balls. If you're serving well, that new ball situation is an advantage. Of course, the return can come back that much faster. Watching Gerolaitis prepare to serve sort of reminds me a bit of McEnroe, the way he swings that racket up in the back, bounce it and swing it. That's trouble.
15 love.
Stan looking for a short second serve, hoping to get the return down. He had already committed going forward, so he was a sitting duck.
See an old friend of yours trotting up through the stands?
Yeah, great guy, tournament director Billy Talbert. Sartorial splendor.
Third love.
Stan shaking his head because he got that forehand, his favorite shot. Wasn't able to make the passing shot. So Gerolaitis at 30 love is 2 points away from running this match out. It's been a good one.
Third round match on day number 5. A little bit long.
And it's triple match point for Gerolaitis. Smith had a good swing and a passing shot. He got it high, and Gerolaitis guessed right. Vilas again, second point in a row, goes back for a towel.
Finally, please.
That's it. The match.
Gerolaitis.
Gerolaitis wins 7-6, 7-6, 6-3.
We'll be back with more tennis from Flushing Meadow after this word from your local station.
Saturday, memorable moments from some of Hollywood's greatest musicals. That's Entertainment, Saturday on CBS at 8:30, 7:30 Central and Mountain.
Tonight on CBS.
Planet Earth stretches 25,000 miles at its midsection. Giant oceans separate vast land masses. Rugged mountain barriers reach beyond the clouds. Yet here is a world of 4 billion people who move from city to city faster than the wind. Boeing is pleased to play a role in making this world just a little smaller.
Such a big world. See! All the places and the faces. Feel! All the loving and the laughter. Bring us together. And you'll see the world feels a whole lot better when the people of the world all get together.
Boeing jetliners have done more to jet the world together than anything ever made by man.
The world feels a whole lot better when we all get together.
Fred Astaire on The Late Show.
Erik Van Dillon has just broken back to tie the third set at 2 games apiece against Guillermo Vilas. And there is how things went in the first 2 sets. Tim Ryan and John Newcomb with coverage now on the grandstand court of the National Tennis Center. The number 6 seed, Guillermo Vilas, on the left of your screen. American Erik Van Dillon, 28 years of age, lives in Burlingame, California. On the right of your screen and serving. we've had 2 early breaks here. It's hard to get a fix on it. They're literally all even.
Yeah, well, I thought when Vilas went ahead in this set, Tim, after Van Dillon had the second set tied up, it looked like he was definitely going to go ahead 2 sets to love, and he got a little nervous. Vilas raised his game a bit, and suddenly they're at a set all, and Erik's been talking to himself the last couple of games, and I think a little upset with not having won that second set. So a good effort by him that last game to break Vilas' serve back to get to 2 sets, 2 games all in this set.
And a good return by Vilas. Love 15.
Love 30.
Van Dillon's shot was long. Love 30.
Well, a while ago when we were watching this match, Tim, I remarked on Vilas where he's standing in the court, and I think it's worthy to mention it again, how far back he is standing behind the baseline to play.
15-30.
Also the fact that I don't understand why he is standing back that far, because Van Dillon has not got what is, recognized as a big serve on the circuit. It's what you'd call an average good serve.
We should also mention that we have determined that the referee did come at Vilas's request, but after consultation with the umpire, did not remove the linesman that Vilas wanted removed.
15-40.
15-40 on the double fault. So Vilas poised to break right back again.
Vilas hasn't been playing well in this match so far. He may catch a light at some time, but it looks like he's searching for confidence. He's been spending a lot of time on the practice courts working out.
Try and return.
Game, Vilas.
And he breaks back immediately and now leads 3-2 here in the 3rd set. And we'll be back with more in just a moment.
To bring this 75-ton space shuttle back to Earth, you need electronic help. A Cutler Hammer microwave landing system from Eaton makes the job look easy. Eaton also applies space-age technology to down-to-earth jobs, like automated storage and retrieval. We're using electronics and engineering to make the future happen. It's one of the ways Eaton profits from change.
Weekends were made for Michelob. Weekends were made for special times. It's the time to have that smooth and mellow beer. It's Michelob.
When the day is special, shouldn't your beer be just as special?
Weekends were made for Michelob.
Yeah.
Triumph invites you to a new opening. The first new production convertible in a decade. TR7's bold wedge shape cheats the wind. Its interior is designed around the serious driver to be both functional and comfortable. And TR7 handles the open road with competition-proven sports car performance. Now, a true convertible sports car at an affordable price. From Triumph Craftsman in Canley, England, the new TR7 convertible. The shape.
This man no longer needs any introduction on telecasts of tennis coverage. Jan Tiriac. And he has spent much of his time today wrapping tennis tape around Vilas's rackets. Being that you're not allowed to coach anymore, literally, huh?
Vilas came into the net, showed a bit of aggression there.
15-love.
2 years ago, he came down to Australia and played in the Australian Championships and really worked out on grass a lot. He was working out about 8 hours a day, and the big thing was that he was going to become a more aggressive style of player, and that would make him a better all-round player and so a better player. But I haven't seen any evidence of it this year. Still basically what we call a counter puncher. He hangs back around the baseline and waits for the other guy to make a move. That is what they're doing now. To me, not good tennis. It's straight up and down the court. Tony, are you up there? What do you think?
I am there, John. I agree with you. I think that Vilas comes in very reluctantly. You'll see a good smash here, I think. He does that very well, the smash off the defensive lob.
That was a good smash.
30,
Most of the time today when he's had those bouncing smashes, he's been going the other way, and you could see Erik run to the forehand side. So it was a good smash, Vilas, showing that he can smash both ways.
Love.
Son, I've always had the feeling that a fellow like Vilas, if he comes in it a few times and does not have success, he's then reluctant to come in again. Whereas a good volleyer knows he's going to get past some and miss some volleys, but he's still willing to come in.
Couldn't agree more. That's the shot that Van Dillon has been playing so well today, the forehand drive. I guess he wants to get as many of them as he can, but Vilas, standing back so far, plays a lot of short balls, and boy, I don't know, guys like Emerson and Laver and that, and get a short ball, and you know, great players like Tony Travitt take that short ball and just move all over the net, you know, get into good net position with a good approach shot. Short ball being one that lands around the service line or just over it, like the ones Vilas is hitting now.
Game Vilas.
So Vilas has taken a 4-2 lead now here in this third set, and they split the first two.
Nuke, I have a feeling that the kind of player that can hurt a Vilas or a Borg who hits short balls with topspin is the kind of player that can get over the ball and drive the approach shot. I think if you chip it, those guys with that good topspin can have enough time to pass you too well.
Van Dillon, two outstanding shots. A great get by Vilas. Gets nothing for it.
Yeah, Vilas, you saw just then, was way out of court making that return. Tried to come up with a topspin lob. Almost got it over Van Dillon's head. When he's confident, he can play topspin lobs amazingly well off a short ball.
Van Dillon liked his service. Service linesman did not. And he's not getting any help from the umpire either.
You won't get help from that fella either on anything close.
Seems to me that comment came up in Indianapolis, Tony, when you and I were there.
You're right, Tim.
$15 all.
15 all. Through the magic of television, if you're saying to yourselves, where are those guys? Tony's over in the stadium with Pat Summerall and looking in as you are at home, and joining our commentator here, John Newcomb. That one appeared to be out from
30.
our television monitor vantage point, but Erik unhappy, but these are all big points to him right now.
You bet they are. There's our umpire.
Nuke,
been quite decisive.
Nuke, you've been watching more of this than we have. Has Erik been a little more aggressive now than he was earlier? It seemed to me he was a little more patient earlier.
That's exactly what happened, Tony. And towards the end of the second set, he started attacking and not waiting for the right ball to attack on. He started attacking too early. You couldn't have picked it better. But what do you think, Tony? What would you tell Vilas about how far he's standing behind the baseline right now? It's about 12 foot back.
I would definitely have him in closer than that.
It's Van Dillon hasn't really got a big serve, has he?
No, in particular the second serve. Erik is not going to help his cause by doing that kind of stuff, because this is the way you get the crowd going. Any bad call you get is history. You might as well forget it and keep on going forward.
case where Erik has so much time to get into the net for that volley.
30.
Because it's taking an extra fraction of a second of the ball to reach Vilas.
And if he hits a short volley, Vilas can't get in there to take advantage of it.
Game Van Dillon.
And Dillon has pulled back to 4-3, and an outstanding serve set it up. And we'll be back with more tennis from Flushing Meadow after this word.
Now you can shop for phone styles the way you shop for other styles, which makes sense, really, when you consider how many different styles and colors of phones there are today, and how the phone has become a decorating accessory. You just go to any one of our Phone Mart stores, pick out the phones you want, then simply take them home and plug them in.
G.
No, GTE.
For my headaches, oh, I need a special pain reliever.
All you need is Bayer aspirin.
Really?
If you need more than Bayer, see your doctor. Bayer aspirin is not 80, not 90. It's 100% pure pain reliever. Bayer adds nothing because you don't need anything else. And millions use Bayer with no stomach upset. All you need is Bayer aspirin. If you need more than Bayer, see your doctor.
All I need is Bayer.
There's a car frozen in that block of ice, but when we chopped through the ice, the car started on the first try using Shell Fire and Ice motor oil. The same car tows a 30-ton crane through desert heat, but the engine is still protected by Shell Fire and Ice motor oil. Give your car's engine this year-round protection. Ask your Shell dealer for Shell Fire and Ice 10W40 motor oil. Shell Fire and Ice.
Guillermo Vilas serving and leading 4-3 in the third set here on the grandstand court. Tim Ryan, John Newcomb, Tony Trabert grabbing the action for you. How's that for a point? Van Dillon.
Good reflexes, too, from Vilas on the baseline. He moved so quickly to get that first volley of Van Dillon's, the first wide one, and almost came up with a winner down the line using the topspin drive.
Third round men's singles action.
Nuke, it looked to me that, excuse me, Tim, that Erik made a good play by making that shot straight at Vilas. Cut down the angles, and he really had a pretty good shot at that first volley.
Tony Roach put Vilas away easily in Australia in one match by playing him into the body all the time. Tony. He kept the serve going at the body and the volleys all the time down the middle of the court and gave Vilas no swinging room. He beat him in 3 straight sets in a five-set match. Erik's a little upset about something here. Let's see what he has to say.
Ask a little courtesy from the fans.
The courtesy to the players, please remain quiet during play.
Pretty tough out there, humid, very hot. And people start, talking and yelling at one another while you're trying to play tennis in one of the biggest tournaments in the world. Good shot and a bad net play from Vilas. He moved way too soon there. Okay, we'll see if we can get a look at Vilas coming into the net. Plays the first volley, a very shaky-looking volley, bad body weight. Now look, he moves way too soon across that way. He had to move one way, I guess, but that wasn't a good net play. Made his move too soon.
That may be why he's not in there more often.
He doesn't have what they say, I don't think, a smell of the net. He doesn't feel really comfortable with the net.
You only get that by going there.
That's right, a little bit of practice, huh?
Bet.
Vilas down 15-40.
No substitute for good depth on those approach shots.
No, I don't care who you are. If someone puts in a real good deep approach shot and gets that good net position, you can't pass them too many times.
Let play two, please. Serve was good.
Well, a fault was called by the linesman. The umpire says the serve was good and has ruled a let.
Well, Tony, this is just what you were talking about. Erik shouldn't have even taken a walk. He should have said, okay, come on, give me the point. I want the point. It's 15-40. Haven't got time to think about things like that. This is his big chance.
Oh.
He'll be looking for a short serve here if he can get it to try to attack the net.
Out. 30-40.
Vilas saves one break point. And another.